Welcome back.
To
Sick.
see you next Tuesday.
And today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Everyone's favorite day of the week, baby.
It is everybody's favorite day of the week, but it's not just any Tuesday.
Absolutely not. It's premiere night. It's the kickoff.
The premiere of Barbie.
Oh my god, welcome.
Welcome. So Annabelle and I had this brilliant idea.
We had an epiphany.
Watch every animated Barbie movie.
And by watch every animated Barbie movie, we mean rewatch every animated Barbie movie, because we had this bright idea in 2022 and in fact stuck to it and watched every single one.
We did, and 2 years later, we're now doing it again, and we're going to talk about it, you know?
We didn't want you to feel left out, so welcome.
We didn't. And also, I feel like when we watched it by ourselves, we didn't get all of our thoughts out.
That's so true. Also, like, how much can you really glean from a first-time watch?
So true.
Or
so
like a rewatch from the first time in our childhood. That doesn't count. We're not real people, you know?
Yeah, we're getting more and more out of it every time we watch it. So now we're like veterans, basically.
Absolutely. And I learn something new every time.
Same. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're huge Barbie fans. We love Barbie. We love Barbara Millicent Roberts.
If there are two Barbara Millicent Robert diehards, then
it's us.
They run this podcast.
Yes, it's the people who run 60 next Tuesday.
I'd love to meet them one day.
The video viewers can see we are both dressed to the nines.
Okay, well, one of us is better dressed than the other, and one of us actually sprung it on the other, forcing the other to change last minute.
Don't act like you didn't know that this was coming.
I didn't expect full cosplay episode 1. I thought maybe we'd work up to it.
We're just gonna pull out surprises. We're going really all out. You know, Annabelle's got her Barbie shirt on.
Annabelle's got a t-shirt from Old Navy on.
I've got my Ken cowboy costume.
Ben's in full head to toe Barbie movie cowboy Ken costume with a pink bandana.
Here drinking our Barbie swoons.
Absolutely,
which Annabelle loves so much.
Obsessed with them. If you'd like a full review of the swoon, please go to Annabelle of the Bowl, linked below.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a psychotic opinion.
Thank you.
That's okay, and you're entitled to it. I want someone to love it because I wanted to love it. So thank you for doing what I can't.
And then we also have a little surprise for what we're going to be doing probably every Barbie episode until we can't anymore. Oh my God, don't make that face towards the swoon. How dare you?
It's the first time I've had a sip since I tried it for the video and didn't drink the rest of it.
Well, you're going to need to... I better see an empty can by the end of this episode.
I might need a chaser.
A chaser?
To get her down. But no, sorry to interrupt. Oh, you're so right. I've got a cup of cashew milk in the fridge with my name on it.
But no, yeah, we have a fun little game that we're going to be doing probably every episode. But I was going to say we can bring it in later, but we can bring it in now too.
I just wanted to maybe give them a little sneak peek.
Okay, yeah.
Or I can actually, you know what? I'll blur it out for video viewers.
Blur it.
Forget I did anything.
Yeah, this is we'll find out in like 40 minutes.
Stay tuned. Yeah, we're trying to get our view time up.
But obviously we're here today to talk about Barbie and the Nutcracker.
The very beginning, where it all started. You've probably watched this as a child.
I feel like everybody watched this as a child.
Absolutely. I definitely did.
And
you're a little crackhead.
I'm a crackhead just in general. Growing up,
unrelatedly.
This was probably... Yeah, I don't want to say that I'm a cocaine addict. But I love the Nutcracker. Growing up, this was my favorite Barbie movie, for sure.
And you also love the ballet.
I love the ballet. I love the music. I love the stuff from Tchaikovsky. I love everything. I try to go every Christmas to see the ballet because it's amazing. So this is definitely up there in terms of my favorite Barbie movies, just because it's also the nostalgia, you know.
Oh, for sure. There's definitely a lot of nostalgia associated with it for me. I watched this as a child. I also watched the ballet as a child when I was 4. It's one of the 2 ballets I've ever seen in my life. And famously, according to Donna Hayward, I turned around to her like devastated. Midway through, I can't remember if there's an interval, but it was either midway through or at the end, and I said, "Where are the words?" I had no
Oh my
idea it was going to be
gosh,
silent.
There are none.
So this movie fixed my one note. Gave them dialogue.
You should read the book.
I can't do that.
You should give it a try. I feel like you
can't read, Ben. We know this.
That's true. Sorry. Never mind.
Women
I didn't mean
can't.
to put you on blast.
Jesus.
But this is a 2001 animated film.
Post 9/11.
Post 9/11 by less than a month.
Insensitive, if you ask me.
Which is very odd for a Christmas movie to be coming out on October 2nd, I think.
Maybe everyone was just so miserable after 9/11 that Mattel were like, we need a pick-me-up.
They said, I know what will fix it.
There's nothing Barbie can't fix. And they're right.
They're so right.
Yeah.
This is the first animated Barbie movie.
That's the beginning of an era. That's monumental.
Yeah. And for those who know like the early Barbie movies, it very much gave video game animation.
100%. Like the disc PC Barbie games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also early on Barbie movies just loved an orchestra.
They loved a real life
ballet.
orchestra and a real life ballet. They put their whole budget into creating these. They also loved a big star cast.
Fully. They really did. So we do have the queen herself, Kelly Sheridan, as Barbie.
The only Barbie I will accept in an animated film for sure.
Agreed. I only claim Kelly Sheridan.
Yeah.
However, this movie, as the villain, has Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, Mr. Frankenfurter himself.
I find that so bizarre. How did they get Timothy James Curry?
That's his full name?
That is his full name.
He sounds like royalty.
Yeah.
Because he is to me.
He does. What was that?
He is to me.
Yeah, no, fully.
I agree. Like, how did they get Tim Curry? What a get. But also, like, Home Alone 2 got Tim Curry.
That's true.
I also think Tim Curry's just kind of, like, fun and down.
We could probably get him in a movie.
We could probably get him on the pod.
Tim, if you're listening.
We'd love to talk about Clue. We'd love to pick your brain.
We would. But then also on top of Tim Curry, not so much big name, but big name in the Barbie universe and names that we'll see very much throughout. Kathleen Barr.
Kathleen Barr. All of these actresses were our number one watched filmography on Letterboxd.
They were, because we watched all the Barbie movies and they were in like all of them. And then also Chantal Strand is in it as well. And she's in quite a few Barbie movies.
Yeah, she is. She also has a very similar name to a girl I went to primary school with, Chantal Strano. I'd give her a shout out, but I don't like her.
So Chantal, if you're listening, Annabel doesn't like you.
I still remember when you called me a giraffe in year 4 and you gave me height dysmorphia for the rest of my life.
If anything, I feel like you'd take that as a compliment.
Yeah, honestly, inflated my ego.
Yeah, she ruined everything. She ruined future Annabel.
100%. I'm still reeling.
Would you like to give us a rundown of what the Nutcracker is about?
Sure. Okay. So
you don't have to.
No. You know how I get with plots.
I know. I can sense the nerves.
A question gets asked, I forget every single thing that happened in the film. I feel like I have imposter syndrome, like I pretended to watch the movie, but I've seen it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
But we start with we start with Barbie, actually.
We do, yes.
We start with a very bold frame narration, movie number 1, which I think is just a big swing for a kid's animated film. A big swing that I love. We start with frame narrator Barbie and her little... Is she her sister?
It is her sister.
Jesus. Her little baby...
Her retired sister.
The artist formerly known as Kelly.
Yes.
Who you may know, current Barbie fans, as Chelsea. She's there bunhole on show in a ballet studio. And then I don't even know really how it starts. But so, Kelly asked some stupid question about dance. Kelly's ugly and untalented. I'm not a fan. I'm so sorry.
Kelly has stage fright.
Oh, yeah. Grow up.
Yeah. And so Barbie decides to tell her a little story.
She's like, you know what? I'm going to tell you the story of the Nutcracker the ballet. So then Barbie transforms into Clara, the protagonist, and she's chilling in this mansion, and she meets a guy who's a Prince Eric, who's been turned into a Nutcracker. And then they go through like this magical world. Ben, take over. Ben, take over. Take over.
So essentially what it is
There's some rats.
Barbie plays Clara, who
is hot.
on Christmas Eve is visited by her aunt. And her aunt gives her and her brother gifts for Christmas, and the gift that she gets is a Nutcracker. And she tells Clara that this Nutcracker has the heart of a prince in it, and blah, blah, blah. And Tommy and Clara get in a fight. The Nutcracker breaks.
Yeah.
And she's really upset. She goes to sleep. And while she's asleep, the space and house that she's in sort of transforms, and the rats are coming out from the walls and they're speaking, and the Nutcracker comes alive, and she like shrinks down to their size.
Oh, that's so true. That's a very important plot point.
She shrinks down to their size, and he takes her into this sort of magical world where they go on this adventure. They meet a bunch of people eventually to find the prince that is missing, which happens to be the Nutcracker.
Spoilers. I accidentally led with that.
Yeah. And so they find like these two men that are like generals or something.
I guess. Captain Candy
and
the
Major
ass on that
Mint.
man. Is that his name?
Yes.
All right. You'd love him.
Yep. So they meet them, and they like try to reach like the main town, I guess, like the castle. Mm-hmm. They're attacked by like a rock. They're followed by the Mouse King, who is trying to stop them.
Yeah, I forgot
who we
about
met early on, played by Tim Curry.
Yes, I forgot about the sentient rock. Actually,
yes,
yeah.
And eventually they make it there, and they defeat the Mouse King. She kisses the Nutcracker. What happens? He turns into the prince.
The prince.
That was missing the whole time. And we then find out that Clara was the missing princess, the Sugar Plum Princess.
Yeah, so she was meant to be in this story all along. It's fate.
Yep. And then she wakes up from her dream.
Yep.
And she literally is just like, bye. She wakes up from her dream, and then who enters on Christmas Day but a man that her aunt knows named Eric that looks just like...
Exactly like Prince Eric / Nutcracker.
Yes. So... And then it goes back to Kelly and Barbie.
Yeah, so like what I'm hearing is this is kind of giving Inception. It's like we've got the frame narration, we've got the girl in the dream, and then we've got the dream, and then she wakes up from the dream, and then we go back to the original frame narration.
It's literally story inside a story inside a story.
Yeah, no wonder I was confused. It's giving turducken.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan wrote this.
100%. Christopher Nolan wishes he wrote this.
He really does.
This is my Oppenheimer.
I couldn't agree more. This movie it's honestly quite close-ish to the ballet.
Yes.
Especially the beginning. And honestly, what happens throughout the dream is so similar to the plot of the Nutcracker. Obviously, like Captain Candy and Major Mint are not in the ballet.
They're added. Yes.
And like they meet the flowers and the sugar plum fairies and the snowflakes.
Yeah.
It's just all very shortened, and they cut a lot of songs. But other than that, it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, because it's got a pretty short run time. It's like an hour 14 or something.
15? Yeah, something like that.
So obviously some things were cut for time because of the attention span of children. We're already hitting them with 3 stories in one. So I guess...
They got 3 stories in an hour and 15.
Christopher Nolan could literally never.
He would never be able to do that.
Make movies shorter. Amen. Yeah. So where should we start? Also, thank you so much for that terrific plot rundown.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we could, start with Barbie herself and
Babs.
Just sort of like the iteration that we see.
Absolutely. I love Clara.
Yeah, I love Clara.
She's really hot.
She's got a personality.
She's got it all.
Hot. She's everything
Popular.
Prince Eric could ever want. She's popular.
Yeah. She's blonde.
She, of course. Yeah, she better be.
She's an ideal woman.
She's great. I love Clara.
Me too.
I think she's such a good start for the Barbie series.
She's definitely a good first cab off the rank.
Yeah. They went high. They aimed high and they hit.
100%.
Yeah.
And then what do we think of Eric? What do we think of Nutty?
So Annabelle and I did an episode or a video on her YouTube channel, Annabelle of the Ball. Follow, subscribe.
Thank you so much. Linked below.
I don't know if it'll be out right now.
It will be.
Okay.
Part 1 will be.
Okay. So in that we obliterated Eric. Like we talked major shit.
100%, because I think it was my fault. I was struggling so hard to find a photo of him, and I swear to God that was the best photo I found. Video viewers, I will put it on the screen right now, and he looks rough. He looks a bit fugly.
Horrendous. He looks disgusting.
No, quite truly. Hair, not it. Face, chiseled derogatory, like crazy looking.
Yeah.
But seeing him in motion, I instantly felt guilty.
No, I was like, wait, we were mean.
No, I was like, he's going to be so hurt for no reason. He's going to go out and get work done because of what we said.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks great in the movie, I think.
He looks great. I would be honored to date the man.
He's not the best looking guy they've ever animated, but
he's no Derek the Cobbler.
He's
no Carlos.
I won't lie, he does lack personality a bit. He's not very interesting.
You could say he's a bit wooden.
Yeah. And Annabelle did make a point to say that he sounds Canadian throughout like the entire
100%
movie. And you know, while we were watching it, I was like, "You're crazy."
Mm-hmm. Did you go home and think about it?
I'm like, he's a little just like
placid.
Fine. It's just like whatever, you know.
That's
he doesn't really give much.
That's kind of what I meant. Not to be racist to Canadians. Love a Canadian, but I just feel like he was very like easy breezy, easy going, gave me nothing, very chill.
Yeah.
In the way that he spoke. So that's why he gave Canadian to me. And he in fact is.
He is in fact Canadian. I get it. He was just a little boring, which like you can be as beautiful as you want if you don't have the personality to make up for it.
But also he's not the hottest man.
No,
I don't
so
think
true.
his looks can make him get away with not having any personality.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But he's fine. Not the best love interest we've ever seen in a Barbie movie, but Clara is up there in terms of
absolutely.
Babs.
It's also 2001. You know, they're just getting their footing.
I was gonna say this is the first movie, so they did real damn well, I think.
Absolutely, they did. Okay, I'm referring to my notes currently. My first note is just Tim Curry, Tim Curry, Tim Curry.
He's an icon. He's a legend.
And he proves
everything I could ever want in a villain.
Absolutely. He, like in a fun little camp villain, I don't think you can do better than Tim Curry.
No, so true. That's like the best person you can get, especially for your first movie.
Jesus, like that's insane. So love him. Obsessed with him. I also like all the little rats.
Yeah, we love the rats.
Yeah, and I love the little bat.
The
bat.
Oh, the bat.
Yes.
I thought you said bag. Yes.
I love the bag.
We, on our old watches, Annabelle and I really hated some of the sidekick animal friends, villains.
You'll hear about them coming up, but we
there's some good ones.
There are some good ones. Tika.
Yeah, Tika. But it's like when you hear an animal talk in a Barbie movie, we're immediately like, ooh.
Turned off. I can like, what the problem is, if I can see the actor pulling crazy faces in the booth, it takes me out of it. I can see someone just like voice acting for their life, chewing up the scenery, and it makes me uncomfortable to watch. Which is the case with some, but not with this.
My thing also is, one, it truly depends on the animal itself.
That's
like
very true.
What animal is talking. And honestly, sometimes it just really depends, you're right, on just the voice itself, on what they're giving.
If the voice fits the animal, if the voice fits the vibe of the character.
And in this one, there is a little bat that is sort of like the sidekick to Tim Curry's Rat King,
Yeah.
Mouse King, who he's got like this very like nasally, like squeaky voice.
That was spot on.
And he's like a fun little like skinny little bat that just like is
Yeah.
always falling and like always making a mess
He's
of things.
scrappy, he's clumsy, and he sounds it.
He's funny. He's got like, that's the other thing is like if the animal itself has like a whatever
quirky
personality,
little
then I'm like,
personality.
okay.
Yeah.
But he's fun. I love the bat.
I also am not going to lie, for the first part, I didn't pick up that he was speaking English. I thought he was just making random noises, which worked.
No.
It worked for me though.
So what you're saying is that all the Barbie animals just need to start going in their own language.
Yeah, just don't speak distinctly, make up your own language, go off.
That might be successful in the future.
For sure. It took me a while to be like, oh wait, he's just a Cockney bat.
Well, as time goes on, the Barbie movies do tend to cut the speaking animal sidekick. So
A very, very good move on their part.
I agree. I think it was a smart move.
Yeah. I think they started strong with the bat and then they fell off. So I scrap it if it's not working.
Yeah. I wrote down twice. They kiss in this.
Yeah, they do. They like
Twice.
fully kiss. That like when she kisses him when he's wooden, that's one thing. But then he turns into a human man and they like make out. That might be a stretch, but like they kiss and it's hot.
But you're telling me that Troy and Gabriella can't kiss in High School Musical 1, but we're
the
letting Clara
first
and
Barbie
Prince Eric?
animated movie. But then we get to spoiler alert Barbie Dolphin Magic and they're goddamn friends. What do you mean?
They just don't understand relationships.
They don't get it. So yeah, they're literally making out in the first film and then 10, 20 years down the road, friend zoned?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Also, Prince Eric's bulge was out the whole movie.
100%. This was kind of pornography. I don't think
Why
it's
would they
too strong
edit
to
that
say.
though?
I,
Like, why did they animate that?
that's actually such a good question. There was no need.
Like, they had a choice.
Ken himself famously doesn't have genitals.
Famously smooth down there.
Yeah, so why give a random brunette a full penis?
Yeah, they fully edited
Anatomically
a penis on that.
correct penis.
I just didn't understand that. And on top of the animation, like we said, is very video game style. But there was a moment in it where they get to like the edge of a cliff and they look out.
Yes,
and it's
I've got
like
a
a
note.
watercolor painting.
No, yeah, I said it looks like a Bob Ross green screen that they've just put in the
Yes.
background. Did they film using a green screen?
And I'm wondering, was that maybe like a timing issue? They didn't have the time to finish that?
Maybe.
Because it's like the only scene in the movie like that too.
That's very true. But also, I would argue if they didn't have time to finish it, then to delay the release to Christmas.
That's true. Just push it back 2 months.
Yeah. Also, did this get cinematic release? Surely not.
No, I think it
Who's hounding
aired on
them?
Nickelodeon.
Interesting. I don't
Okay, here we
associate
go.
Babs with Nick.
So it was released on VHS on October 2nd and DVD on October 23rd.
Okay. We're nearing
And
about
then
there.
it was televised on CBS on November 22nd, edited down to a 1-hour special.
What was cut out? The kiss, probably.
I'd love to
the
know.
2 kisses.
And then in March of 2004, it aired on Nickelodeon.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What?
There are bonus features on the DVD that include a documentary following several girls training to be ballet dancers at the School of American Ballet in New York.
Shut up.
And there's
Bet we
an
need to
active
watch.
Barbie feature teaching children about positive role playing.
Oh, that sounds sexual. I'm so sorry.
I'm into it.
No, I'm so into it. Ben, we need to watch it.
I'm going to get the DVD.
That's crazy. Also, that kind of sounds like the plot of Barbie Big City Big Dreams.
Oh my God. Is that where they got the inspiration from?
I think so. That's insane. I also, is it on the VHS or just the DVD?
Just the DVD.
Damn it, because I definitely have it on VHS at
I
Alistair
think
McConaughey's
we
house.
actually have it on VHS too.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah. So you in Australia would have gotten it in May of 2003.
Of course we did. Sounds about
2
right,
years
Barbie.
later.
Barbie's a racist. But guess what? We got one up on you because now Barbie's Australian.
Barbie's Australian, that's true,
Yeah.
but she's playing an American, so.
Because Margot can do anything.
But no, so yeah, the animation can get a little wonky at times.
For sure.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm just going back straight to the beginning. This is just something that really jumped out at me that really threw me off. I hate a kid in a Barbie movie, to be honest. Like, most of the time.
Tommy,
Tommy?
her brother. Oh,
No.
Kelly.
No, yeah, not even. Before the movie even starts. I also don't like Tommy because Tommy's ugly. But the movie starts and there's a title sequence and these little children with wings. We also hate a little fairy flying around with bun holes, like pushing up everyone's name in the credits. What the hell was that?
So, you know what? I'll actually forgive this one.
Okay.
Solely because of them playing like the characters of the snowflake and the flowers, which are characters in the ballet. They exist, and you know, that's the only reason is like these are like they're pulling straight from, so I'm okay with it.
Okay, I guess that they're being faithful to the source material.
They are. Well, that's the thing is they're so faithful, except one, they did change her godfather in the ballet to be her aunt.
Yes. I also completely erased the aunt when I was trying to explain the synopsis. So
Yeah.
maybe I was trying to be faithful.
They made her a woman, and then they shortened a lot of the songs, and also the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, which is like the most popular song from the Nutcracker, is played at the end while Barbie and the Nutcracker dance together.
That is very true. I would also, now that you've brought it up, I would like to talk about that dance. It's stunning.
Incredible.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The Czech Royal Ballet Company, I don't know who it is, one of the Royal Ballet Companies who did it, slaughtered. 10 out of 10, perfect, no notes.
That's the thing, is like they really went in with like the music and with the ballet.
And like,
that's fully what they did.
You don't need a Royal Ballet for a kids movie, but they got a Royal Ballet for a kids movie, and they got Tim Curry for a kids movie.
They did. It was so good. Okay, so it was actually the New York City Ballet.
Okay, that makes sense with the documentary.
Yep, and then the score was performed by the London Symphony Orchestra.
Okay, so I don't know where I got the Czech Republic from. I'm just...
Tchaikovsky.
I think so. I love Eurovision. But, incredible.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
The other thing I don't like about changing the story...
Yes.
Captain Candy and Major Mint are so pointless.
I agree.
They're just these two bumbling men that they find that tell them the story of the missing prince, and they then continue the entire like journey with them.
That's very true. I'm actually going to get up my first Letterboxd review because it was quite...
I think it was about Captain Candy's ass.
It was. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I've grown up and stopped sexualizing men. But I didn't notice his ass this time at all.
Yeah.
Not remotely.
I didn't either, to be honest.
But I'm going to assume the first time we both noticed it.
Yeah, I would assume so too, because I remember your Letterboxd review so vividly.
That's actually really impressive because it is from 2022.
And I don't remember what I did yesterday.
That's crazy, but that stuck with you.
It did, and I didn't notice it this time either. I feel like this whole time I was thinking we don't need them.
Yeah, we don't need his ass. So I'm gonna have to try and find photos and editing, but like maybe it's an incredible ass. I don't know, but it didn't blow me away upon a second to watch.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it when there's like that huge during the last dance?
Yeah.
We like see Barbie and the Nutcracker like do their dance thing, but then it also goes into like Captain Candy and Major Mint doing like their own like little
Wait, you're literally so right.
And I think there's like a thing where he like bends down really or something.
Okay.
Something in his
he like
dance.
Drops a pen and is like oops and does like a little bend and snap.
Like I think that's what it might be.
Okay, that actually I stand with Annabel from 2022.
We love your ass candy.
We need Captain Candy. I'm going to counter that with he's relevant. Look at his ass.
He's so relevant.
For that 0.2 seconds at the end of the film, we need that character.
Oh my God. Okay. I couldn't agree more. I'm going to redact what I just said.
Perfect. Pleasure doing business with you.
And then the other thing that like plot wise, I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. Is when she wakes up. And that Eric comes in and gives her a locket, and she had just woken up from the night. She's in her nightgown.
Yeah.
And she goes and meets this man at the door, and he says, "Would you like to dance?" And
I'd call the police.
I'm like, girly, it's Christmas morning. You just woke up. You're in a nightgown and you're like going to dance with this random stranger that just walked in the door.
No, that's also so... Also, if I woke up from a dream and saw the exact man who I've never met in real life, he's like now actualized and in front of me on Christmas morning, I'm checking myself into a psychiatric hospital.
No,
I'm so
it's
sorry.
So weird.
That's insane.
Wait.
Yes.
I have a question.
Go.
This whole story is told because Kelly has stage fright.
What the... How the hell is this getting her over a stage fright?
I need to know.
That's why I couldn't remember why this story was told. That's...
Like...
Oh, you have stage fright? Look, listen to this girl get a boyfriend.
Like, look at this girl, like, ballet her way to the ends of the earth to get a boyfriend.
To get a boyfriend. I don't get it. Now you can
this girl
dance.
shrink down to the size of a rat to get a boyfriend.
To get a boyfriend. I would.
I need to know why they felt the need.
That's actually such a good question. Is she cured? Did it work? Actually, you know what? It kind of worked because they do a little dance at the end. But I'm also going to argue it didn't because she can't dance.
And also, it's not like she was in front of an audience, so...
Yeah, why has she got
stage
stage fright? She's in
cured?
front of her sister in a room. What do you mean?
She's scared of all the people looking at her in the mirror, and it's just her and Barbie.
Maybe she knew she was being filmed.
Maybe she's schizophrenic.
That's actually the moral of this story. Don't worry, Kelly, you've got schizophrenia, so does Clara, because she's imagining men and manifesting them and talking to them.
And that's why they sent Kelly away and replaced her.
Oh my god.
Conspiracy theory, Kelly has schizophrenia.
Stop. And Barbie's ableist and wanted a non-schizophrenic sister. I fully believe it.
Oh,
no, we literally solved it. Oh my god. So you asked one question and we together just answered about 12.
Yeah, fully.
That's insane.
And then I need to point out my favorite part of Barbie movies.
Yes.
Now, this actually, I think, was birthed in Barbie: A Perfect Christmas, which we'll get to in probably 2 years.
Yes.
You know where I'm going with this.
I know exactly where you're going with this. I've kind of hinted at it. I've used
Annabel
the term.
has hinted at it.
Yeah.
You might have heard the word bun holes throughout the pod.
And it won't be the first time.
It will not be the first time, and it won't be the last time.
Absolutely not.
So a bun hole, Barbie loves them.
Barbie's obsessed with them. Chelsea's / Kelly's even more obsessed with them.
Yes,
yes.
So true. Your classic bun at the top of your head. They love a tight one with a massive little hole in the middle.
Similar to a donut.
Just couldn't, yes, very much like a donut. Couldn't get enough of Chelsea's bun holes.
Chelsea's always got a little bun hole, too, often.
I thought it'd be super fun if we could do like a little bun hole count.
Mm-hmm. And wait, I'm so excited. How many did we land on in film number 1?
Okay, so in film number 1, I did my little bun hole counting. Mm-hmm. The main snowflake fairy, the one that you hated, the little baby girl.
Yeah.
She was our first bun hole that we witnessed. Of course
she was.
And as well was the snowflake fairies.
There were a bunch of them.
With her, there was a bunch of them. Less childlike, I guess. They were a little more snowflakey. Mm-hmm. But they also had bun holes. And I only counted them as 1 because there were so many. So that put us to 2. Our third bun hole shows up with Barbie in the ballet studio.
Yep.
As well as Kelly in the ballet studio, both of them with bun holes.
Bun hole galore.
And then to top it off and to end it at 5, there were 5 bun holes throughout this entire movie. Her Aunt Elizabeth was the final bun hole. So there was a whopping 5 bun holes in Barbie and the Nutcracker. And
that's just movie number 1, baby.
That's just movie number 1. We didn't even notice it when we first watched.
We were not on the bun hole count yet.
No. And I can't believe we missed 5.
5. Imagine how many we've missed leading up to Barbie: A Perfect Christmas.
I can't wait to see what the number is at the end of the
total number of bun holes in the entire Barbie Cinematic Universe is going to go insane. Yep. How many do you think are in Greta Gerwig's Barbie?
Probably 0.
I don't remember a single bun, actually.
I feel like we would have noticed.
I feel like we would have, because we were on the lookout for fairies, we were on the lookout for bun holes, we were on the lookout for mermaids, we got a Dua Lipa.
I really think we would have noticed. I don't think there is one. We'll have to end the whole thing with live action Barb.
I think so for sure, because we've talked about it a lot on the pod.
Yeah, we have.
You're literally in cosplay right now. Need I remind the audio viewers?
Amen, baby.
Amen. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we got a total of 5.
That's half a decade.
Half a decade of bun holes.
Half a decade of bun holes, and we're just getting started. Whoa. I'm trying to see if I have any more pressing notes.
Tell me. Give it to me.
I said Captain Candy's offsider is dressed like a hate crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot wrong with...
But also it's like 2001, I guess.
It's 2001, and so we'll let it slide, but
we'll let it slide this once.
What was that?
We'll let it slide just this once.
Yeah, and if it happens again...
We're keeping an eye out, okay? Babs? I said that, like, she kisses him and transforms him. Feminist Snow White Sleeping Beauty.
This whole movie is actually quite feminist driven.
The godfather is an aunt.
Yeah, like fully they said women power, which is good for 2001.
Good for 2001.
And it's proving that Barbie is a feminist icon.
Amen. From her very first film, she's shaking up the paradigm.
And she's not a fascist.
She's not a fascist. Sasha. Ariana Greenblatt.
But yeah, I was gonna say I just feel like this movie unfortunately set high standards for what a Barbie movie should be.
I very much agree, especially because, not to spoiler alert, but like some of the next few fall short, and some of the ones that I thought we were gonna love.
Yeah. Okay, we could change our minds upon second
That's actually
watch.
so true. Where I'm speaking from a 2022 perspective. I was young and naive. We had
some disappointing watches. We really did. So I'm kind of hoping that it turns around.
Absolutely. I'm optimistic. We've grown. Think about how much our Sydney Sweeney opinions have changed in like a 2-week period.
I just spent $20 on Sydney Sweeney Bye.
As you should, because it's so good. Link below.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Sydney would love to be.
But no, so overall, thoughts, opinions, feelings on the movie. What rating? How you feeling?
Okay. I'm actually not gonna lie. So I originally gave it a 3 out of 5 star on Letterboxd. And when I re-letterboxed it this time, I didn't change my rating because I didn't think about it. I just like clicked rewatch. I was thinking more about my little caption of the review. Yeah. I actually would up it to 3.5.
I was gonna say
I enjoyed it more this time.
3.5.
I went in with really high expectations in 2022 because it was just like so nostalgic. So I think I was a little bit let down. But I went in with normal ass expectations, expecting a 3. So I think I was harsh.
Yeah. I feel like I rated it without the nostalgia aspect. I feel like I tried to sort of make it not let that influence my rating, and I did give it a 3.5 out of 5. But I mean, with nostalgia, I'd be like 4.5. Give it a 5.
Give it a 5.
No, I feel like 3.5, maybe even a 4 for me. But yeah.
So far, every Barbie movie we've rewatched, I have upped it by half a star, and I'm going to stick with it. I think 3.5 is very fair, and I am kind of embarrassed.
Things get better with age.
So just like us.
Like us.
Just like us, aging like fine wine.
As we sit here and watch Barbie movies.
As we sit here in our mid-20s. I'm actually like we're on
Dressed in
death's
Barbie
door. We're giving 6.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely not. If I'm ever too old for Barbie, euthanize me. That's a pun, actually. That's really funny. Euthanize?
If I'm ever too old for Barbie.
Euthanize me.
Youth.
youth.
Nice me.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I meant it. It was incredibly intentional.
That was good.
Thank you so much. But I stand by it.
Do we want to
Play a
little game?
Play a little. Okay, yeah. Now, Ben, what game are we playing today?
We have none other than Barbie Mad Libs.
Barbie Mad Libs. Fresh from Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, we just happened to come across it in the Barnes & Noble, and we said we need it.
We need it.
Barbie needs it. Barbie
It's only
needs us to get
$5, so if you want to play along at home, run to your closest Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, and then pause this, run to your Barnes & Nobles, get it, and then
Play along.
put in our answers that we say.
Exactly. Autonomy is not encouraged on this pod.
Should we alternate on who gets...
Now, also, Ben, I do have a confession to make.
Yeah.
I've never done Mad Libs.
In your life?
Not. What is it?
Are you being serious?
I'm being so serious.
Annabelle.
I thought this with no knowledge. I just saw Barbie.
Maybe you call it something different in Australia.
I don't think so.
Okay, so Mad Libs is a story.
Okay.
And we're going to go around and we're going to say, it's going to ask for certain things like a noun or an adjective. And we're going to insert random words from our mind into that space.
Okay.
And then at the end, you read the story and you insert your words, and it's gonna like be funny because yeah.
Oh, so I've done like MASH.
That's not the same thing.
But like a friend would be like, name 4 cars.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it'll be like, you'll be married to blank and you'll have a Corvette.
That's MASH. Yeah, that's not Mad Libs.
Okay, well.
So we'll do the first one because it's A Legend is Born. It's giving us the birth story of Barbie, just like this is the birth story of Barbie, our
the
podcast.
BCU. Yeah.
So essentially you're supposed to do the front page or the top page and then insert them, but I'm just going to try and not read the words around, and I'm going to...
So I do, just for clarification, this page?
So what you're supposed to do is we're supposed to fill out the top part, and then once that's completely filled out, one by one, we put it in the bottom part.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'm going to just do the bottom part and just go to each blank and try to not read the words around it.
Okay.
Until the end. So give me a plural noun.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Clowns.
Clowns. Okay.
Sorry, Donna.
And then, so we'll alternate. So then I'll do the next one. So are you filling this out with me?
Yes. Now I am.
Love.
I stopped because I got nervous.
This is the least stressful thing you should be doing.
Can I lose?
We're playing Mad Libs.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, I'll give a first name. Clammy.
Clammy.
And then you give an adjective.
Yellow.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Can you give me an article of clothing?
Yeah. I'll do a nipple tassel.
Oh my god.
What they're called?
Yeah, I think for sure, right?
Okay.
Now I feel embarrassed for just saying yellow. Because you really,
That's okay.
you really topped me with
nipple tassel. Can you give me a color?
Maroon.
Okay.
Folk tails linked below. And then can you give me a past tense verb?
I mean, we'll go classic. We'll go farted.
Classic.
And then give me an occupation.
Ooh. Fortune teller.
A fortune teller. Oh my gosh.
I'm crazy. And then can you give me an adverb?
Oh my gosh. I hate when they ask for adverbs.
I honestly was nervous that you'd ask me for something and I'd be like, I don't know what that is. Can I get a definition?
I'm always just like, okay, ly. Swimmingly? Is that an adverb? No.
I don't think so.
That's a... Oh my god, I feel like an idiot. What's an
Because you
adverb?
can't do something swimmingly. Something can be done swimmingly.
Swimmingly, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like to run swimmingly, I feel like you couldn't do.
I'm going to take one from the top and I'm going to say stupidly.
Ooh.
Okay, give me a noun.
Sausage.
Oh, I love.
Thank you. Now, can you give
okay.
me a number?
I'm going to do 2.6 mil.
Whoa. That's a biggie.
Give me another occupation.
Ooh. Foot masseuse.
Ooh,
Yeah.
kinky.
Yeah, you know I love feet. How do you spell masseuse?
I spelled it Masseuse. I don't even think that's right though.
Ben, shut up. That's exactly how I spelled it, but I also
Shut
feel like there's no way that's
up.
correct. But it sounded like French.
How do you spell
Masseuse.
masseuse? I googled masseuse and it didn't come up. So
Oh. At least if we're both wrong together, I feel like spelling
Wait.
is just like a collective choice.
Masseuse.
Yes. Is right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my
God, we're so smart.
We're literally so smart. Oh my god. We should join a spelling bee.
Aquila and the bee, baby girl.
Yeah. Can you give me a noun?
Yes, I can. And I'm gonna do a tank.
Oh, a tank. Okay, tank girl. Yep. That's all I have to
Give me an animal.
Walrus.
Oh, I love a walrus.
I love a walrus. Okay, can you give me a plural noun?
Yeah, I will do
Tanks.
yeah, tanks. Tanks girl.
You're so welcome.
I'll do oh gosh. Sparklers.
Oh, okay, 4th of July.
Give me an adjective. Frosty. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
The snowman.
I love that man. Give me a plural noun.
I'll do corsets.
Ooh. Okay, sexist.
Oh yes. Give me a type of building plural.
What? Synagogues.
That's so good.
Thank you so much.
The way that you said that's so fast.
I was like, what? Incredibly confused, and like it immediately came to me.
What? Synagogues.
How are you spelled synagogues?
SYNOGUE. Okay, I'm missing a vowel. It's SYNAGOGUE.
Ben, I'm so good at spelling.
I think you should sign up for the Putnam County Spelling Bee.
I would love to, or at least the musical. That's crazy.
Synagogues. Okay.
And then can you please finish us off by giving us an adjective?
Yeah, I'll do blurry.
Blurry. That's a good one, baby.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So, you want to read it like one by one? We'll each read a sentence as we go on.
Okay, yes. Should I start because it was mine first?
I'll start and I'll read your words and like vice versa.
Okay.
It might not work that way, but we'll start that way.
Yeah, we'll do sentence by sentence. Actually,
So
it's not going to work out, but that's okay. And go.
Barbie Mad Libs, a legend is born.
Whew, nervous.
Barbie first came into the world in 1959 as a fashion doll for clowns to play with.
Oh, this game's so fun. Sorry. She was developed for Mattel by Ruth Handler, who named Barbie after her daughter, Clammy.
I wish.
Sorry.
The very first Barbie doll wore a yellow nipple tassel and came with blonde or maroon hair.
Until Barbie farted along. Most dolls looked like babies, so kids were limited to playing the roles of mother or fortune teller.
The way that that's probably what you played with Barbies.
Honestly, yeah. That's my game.
Barbie let kids' imaginations run stupidly. Idiots.
Dunces. Barbie began as a teenage sausage model. But she didn't stop there.
Why are you fat shaming Barbie?
What do you mean?
A sausage model?
Yeah, like a penis model, Ben. I'm sexualizing Barbie. I would
Okay, that
never
works.
fat shame her.
That works.
Barbie's a little whore. That's all I'm saying.
Well, to date, Barbie has had over 2.6 million careers.
Baby girl, that's just factual.
I
That's
was gonna say, the
canonical.
way that I believe it.
Yeah, that's a fact. From foot masseuse to tank scientist to walrus trainer, Barbie continues to inspire sparklers everywhere that they can be and do anything.
Why does that feel like it would totally be like an ad? At least the sparklers part.
100, but that feels like a normal ass Barbie sentence.
Yeah, like, you guys are all sparklers
You're all
and shine.
sparklers. If Barbie fans should be called sparklers, like that's the collective noun for the fandom.
I'm so into that. Or we're the sparklers.
We're the sparklers. Could we be called sparklers every episode?
Yeah, absolutely.
The sparklers are back, baby.
Absolutely. But since her debut, Barbie has also become a frosty media star.
Oh.
Partnered with major corsets and been featured in exhibitions in synagogues all over the world. I didn't know she was so religious.
I was gonna say, if anyone's gonna convert me to religion, it's Barbie. I'm there. I'm front row in
Catch
the
you at
synagogue.
the synagogue
Catch
tonight.
me at the synagogue, baby. See you next Tuesday in the synagogue. And our final sentence, our closing. Barbie may have started as a doll in 1959, but today she's a blurry icon.
She is. We don't really know if she's an icon or not.
She's a mystery. She could be a fascist. She could be an icon. Who's to say?
We don't know.
We don't know.
But that was our Mad Libs. How did it
is-
feel doing your first Mad Libs?
Nerve-wracking, but the payoff was so worth it. That was so fun.
Right?
I can't believe I've never played that.
I can't believe you didn't know what it was.
I feel like I've played like a little version of it, maybe.
Yeah.
It felt familiar, but I've heard the term Mad Libs for years, but I've been too embarrassed to ask what it is because it feels like
I
it's
can't
an
believe you
inside
got
joke
the
that I'm
book
not on.
and still didn't even.
I'm sorry, there are 9 Barbies on this book. You think I'm
All
not
you
going
had
to
to do
buy
was
it?
ask.
And I did bravely tonight. I was vulnerable, and I was
You
afraid
were,
to.
you were,
I was
you were.
unafraid to admit that I don't know everything.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Well, that's Barbie as the Nutcracker.
That is Barbie as the Nutcracker.
Or in the Nutcracker, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I would actually love to see her play Prince Eric.
Me too.
Where's Barbie in drag?
I'm sure you could go to a drag show somewhere and find it.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'm sure it exists.
It needs to. I meant
But-
like in a film, but also in real life.
Yeah, this one kills. I'm a little worried about our next one. Don't know when it'll be, but
Couldn't tell you. What's the second movie?
is it not the Nutcracker?
No.
Or, I'm so sorry,
Wait, Rapunzel? It's Rapunzel? Then yeah, I'm also a little worried about our next one.
I
But
could be wrong.
stay tuned for the next few years.
Yeah, where this is all we do and this is our whole personality.
It already was. So now we're just coming clean
That's
about
so
it.
true. We are leaning into it. We're leaning into it.
Exactly. I was watching a podcast today and their advice was lean into your brand. And that's exactly what we're doing.
This is now a Barbie podcast.
As
Poo,
it
poo, poo.
always should have been. Oh, have you finished your swoon?
Just a little bit left.
I've got almost a full can.
Finish it. You have to chug it right now.
I'm not doing that.
Shotgun it.
Venmo me and I will.
Give it to Kaniki.
She'd love.
Or just like mail it over. I'll drink it.
Okay, done. I will. I'll send it over with a couple of scones.
Yes.
Send you a nice
thank
little
you.
care package.
Incredible.
I got you, baby girl.
I think on that note, I think it's time
to get sick.
I think it's time to get sick.
And it's also time
To
see you next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Bye.